Our top story this morning, Hazleton police are investigating what they believe is a home invasion. Upon arriving at the scene, police discovered the home ransacked and blood-soaked.
Now what? Are we gonna come in and get you? Or are you gonna play the game? Then let's begin. I told you no one was coming for you.
Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for joining us today. Today we have another world exclusive premiere here on Kings of Horror, and I'm joined by the director and two of the actors from The Night They Knocked. Hello, everybody. Sean,
Hey, how you doing?
you're the director
how
of this
are you?
film, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Thank you guys for joining us. And we have Connor, who plays. What's your character's name, Connor?
I don't know, Sean. You change it every now and again. What is it?
It's Pogo. It's Pogo.
Pogo. We're going with Pogo. Okay.
And we have
Yeah.
Deirdre. And what is your character's name?
Alyssa.
Okay, so we have Pogo, Alyssa, and then the writer and director of the film. Is that correct, Sean?
Yes, that is correct.
Very
Yes,
cool.
among other titles.
Yeah, because this was a very indie production, correct? Yep.
Yes,
Extremely.
absolutely.
Extremely.
Yeah. And when we do indie films like that, you're not just a writer and a director. You're everything else that anybody needs you to be.
Yep.
And oftentimes
exactly
even the
right.
actors are that way, correct?
Absolutely. I don't know what I'd do without the crew and the cast that I had. Man, they were all team players for sure.
That's awesome. So do you, Sean, tell us a little bit about, obviously the audience hasn't seen this film. The world hasn't seen this film. We're getting ready to share it with everybody. Tell us a little bit about how it got made and, a little bit of backstory behind it.
Sure, yeah. I was the story stemmed from I always wanted to make a horror movie, and my favorite types of horror movies are like home invasion movies, like The Strangers and any Friday the 13th, obviously. And I wanted to do something that was in that milieu. So it was actually really funny. The news, I think it was like in 2016, there was like clown sightings in the Pocono Mountains. And I just saw that, and everything just poured out of me on the page. And I just wanted to write a really creepy a movie about, having your home invaded, because I think that's like one of the scariest things ever. So basically got a bunch of my friends together. I wrote this script. And we auditioned a bunch of people, just got a crew together, and we filmed this. It was a lot like the Dirty Dozen making a movie. It was just like a rough and tumble ride, but it was an amazing experience.
I know you had mentioned before about the clown sightings that were happening in your area.
Yeah.
Did you guys, any of you guys ever see one of those live or just the viral videos?
Dear God, no.
Yeah, I only saw viral videos. If I saw that, man, oh no.
No.
My sister, she went to Bard College, and during that time, there were a few on campus that would pop up.
Oh,
just
wow.
To, mess with them, but she saw a lot. Yeah.
That's always nice. It's always good.
That's
Friendly place.
Weird, creepy thing to have go on for a while. I'm surprised it didn't end badly for someone. Like, it just seems like someone could have got hurt.
You look at them and you just go, no job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no, nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, hey, more power to them. They scared the hell out of me. So.
Yeah, scared me too.
Enough to make this movie, so
Everybody's entitled to a good scare,
100%. So that's what I was asking. I think right when we went out was that you two have a connection, right? You and the director, and you got to star in the film. Well, play the bad guy in the film. How did that come about for you?
So I was like, Sean, my loving brother, all right, you want to put me in this movie or not? And he's like, Yeah, right. You're auditioning like everybody else, all right? And I'm like, well, great. I've only acted in one other thing, so this should go fantastic. And he's like, you need to be crazy in it. So I'm like, I'll show you. So I went off my antidepressants. So, going through ups and downs as crazy as I could be. And I auditioned for it. And Sean was like, you good, dude? You all right? He's like, you're
I'm
going
about
to
to
get
ask
the
you
part.
that now.
Yeah, no, I'm not. No, I'm never. But, I'm good.
Yeah, well, speaking to you and having seen the film, it's two different people. Like you did an excellent job, man. You're scary
you
as
so
hell in the
much. I
film. Hell
appreciate
yeah,
that.
absolutely. Was that tough for you to make the call to cast your brother, or did you kind of go into it going, it doesn't matter if he's the best, he gets it?
I'm a firm believer that the best guy's got to get it, or the best girl's got to get it. It's got to be the best for the role. And I had to admit, and I told him, I said I didn't have as high of expectations because he's my brother, and I know like when he's crazy and everything, but he blew me away.
Yeah.
And I got scared. I was like, dude, he's right. Are you good? Are you all right? Like, is there something up? You want to talk?
You're like, yeah, that's nice, dude. Back up, Con.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, back up. This was before COVID. I was going 6 feet. Dude. Back up.
Yeah, you're creepy in it. Deirdre, how did you get involved?
Well, it's funny because I got a backstage message, and usually sometimes they're kind of sketch, but it was from Davron, and for some reason he said like, do you want to audition for this? And I was like, yeah, why not? And especially I didn't technically apply to it, so I was especially like, what's going on here? But after I did a Skype audition.
Okay.
Before Zoom was popular. We talked about it, and Sean just cast me in the role, and it was an amazing luck, and it was a wonderful experience.
That's awesome. It's funny you bring up what was it? Did you say backstage? That's the name of it, right?
Yeah.
I remember there was a time where like that was a very reputable thing, but now it is kind of like it doesn't have the same reputation it once had. Like it's different. But
Deirdre's being a little modest. Sorry to cut you off, Deirdre, but she's being very modest. She beat a ton of people out for that role. It wasn't. She made it sound like very easily. She's like, no, it was actually like she earned the shit out. Earned the crap out of the role. My bad.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. So it definitely. I just wanted to. I didn't want you like breezing through that, Deirdre. I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that you got that role. Oh yeah, out of a lot of people.
And you were fantastic in it. You're very good, and which is one of the things that I really appreciate about your film, Sean, and you guys is like, a lot of times on low budget, independent kind of stuff, you have, a lot of times people are like, well, I'll just put my friends in it or whatever. You don't sometimes get access to the best actors, but this film has great acting in it. You did a great job casting it, and the actors did a great job in their roles. Very good.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, the script is really nothing until you add the pieces to it. Like the actor, you gotta put a physicality to that, to what's on the paper. And I think that the actors, I was very, very blessed with the actors that I got.
That's awesome.
Blessed.
I want to say that it was shooting. We shot for 12 days. I was on, I think, like 6 days of shooting, Sean?
I think it was 6 or 7, yeah.
It was honestly one of the funnest experiences like ever. Like it was like adult summer camp, just making like a slasher horror movie. I was like, I love this.
Yeah. That's the great thing about making films. It is just like a summer camp. And it's kind of sad when it ends, right? Like when it's all over, you're like, oh, because it's such a fun experience.
Yeah, it was. I wouldn't trade that experience for the world.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it was truly devastating. Like, and it was like weird too, because like we filmed chronologically. So when people would meet their demise in the film, they would have to leave set. So it was like, oh, okay, we're seeing you, you're meeting your demise and we're having fun filming it and everything. But at the end of it, it's kind of like, oh, that's kind of sad that
having to say goodbye.
You guys got to go. Yeah, you guys got to take off. And it was. I think it made for a more effective way of filming from a producer standpoint. It was probably like the easiest way to do it. But it definitely that added something to it. Like knowing that these people are, you know, they're filming their death scenes and then they gotta leave and you know it's done, it's over, and it was devastating at times.
Yeah, I bet. And that's interesting you bring that up because filming chronologically isn't easy. Like there's real challenges to scheduling and stuff with that. Did you run into like quite a few? Like, was there ever a point where you're like, I wish I would have just scheduled this the most time efficient way?
Oh yeah, I looked at that like middle of the shoot. I remember my my two producers, Evan Freeman and Davron Maninoff, who is actually also the cinematographer on the film.
Cool.
Yeah, really great cinematographer. Look, one of the best. He's amazing. And I remember them coming up to me, and I don't remember what day it was, but I remember them coming up and going, "Do you think that we could switch a couple things out?" And I was like, "No, I really don't." And they're like, "You know, you're really, really making this as difficult as possible." And I didn't even think of it like that, but the scheduling was not for the actors, wasn't that much of we didn't have much difficulty in doing that, so much so as getting the place. That was the finding the house, finding the setting, finding that, because that is, I know it sounds so cliche, but like it's as much of a character. You need to have your environment set, and we really lucked out with everything. I can't say it enough. We were really, really blessed with what we got on this film. You know, scheduling crap aside, you know.
The location was great too. You guys, the house that you film in there, I mean, it has a character all to itself, and it's nice, which feels like it should be safe, but it's terrifying because it's not. And was that like a Airbnb type place, a friend's place?
Yep.
Airbnb.
Yeah,
it's Airbnb.
100%. Yeah, it was Airbnb. It was it's funny because we had a couple of locations picked, and when we were going through them, obviously financial stuff played a role in it, and then, you know, more so than that though, it was more atmosphere. And when we found that house, it was located in I don't want to give the exact, but it's located in upper Bucks County, Pennsylvania. And
Middle of nowhere.
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere. But again, I don't want to blow up the spot of this house. But it was, we really lucked out. It was a beautiful area. It was very secluded. And I had a great time. There. It's a really cozy house, beautiful house actually.
The neighbor across the street was a pesky person, but other than that,
yeah,
not too thrilled about shooting a movie.
No.
Yeah, not too thrilled about shooting a horror movie.
Yeah, when you got the cops rolling up on set, we're like, great,
did he call the cops on you guys?
Great, of course.
Yeah, of course, yeah,
of course.
There was also like
had binoculars out there.
There was the one night where I don't think Connor, you guys like left, but we were all getting ready to start the overnight schedule. So we all stayed up till about 4 or 5 in the morning and then went to bed like vampires and then started again at night. I believe it was the producers, no names, but they started to play sound effects at 2, 3 in the morning.
Before I came on set.
Yep.
Because they were like, yo, send voice messages and we'll play them to scare them. I'm like,
very
had to keep you guys on your toes.
Yeah,
creepy.
Come on, what do you think? Like, come on.
Yeah, well, we heard this banging. It was like 3 in the morning, and we're in the middle of nowhere. Like, it was a very long night.
Yeah.
I promise you, Deirdre, I knew everything about that. I knew everything about that, and also, I promise you, the falling pictures were not us.
That was weird, though.
That's another thing. We swore that house was haunted. We swore it was haunted.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so what happened? Some pictures fell?
Yeah, we were in the middle of a scene. I forget
weird
what
stuff.
Scene. Yeah, I forget what scene we were shooting. I think it was
the dinner
scene. Yeah, I think it was the dinner scene, and there was a picture that was hanging on the wall. And we have footage of it, too. The picture just fell right off. And hit the ground. Yeah, it was, we were like, okay.
Time to pack up and leave, guys. This is haunted. Let's go.
Yeah, some of the more spiritual people on set were just like, do we need to call a priest or something? Like, something that needs to go on here? So
We got to perform an
yeah.
exorcism on this house.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
Which
that's.
one of which one of us is actually dying first? Like,
Yeah, really.
But you made it out. Everybody made it.
yeah.
Now, Deirdre, Connor had said this was, you'd only acted in one other film. What have you done for acting? Is this a first for you, or you've been doing it for a while?
I have my BFA in acting
Oh.
from college, so I'm like most of my background was theater at first. So this was actually my first feature film. I had done smaller film projects, but this was the first time that I really got to take on like a full-length project.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. Yeah. I'm very lucky because film sets can be very stressful, very tense places. And for a first feature, it was just the perfect opportunity. Everyone was amazing. There was not a single day where I felt like judged or rushed. And Sean is such a gifted director and so supportive, and the whole cast and crew was as well. So it was just perfect.
That's awesome. That's really cool, and it comes through. And like that's, having a good set and a good director, and that good vibe on set. It creates a better product in the end, and you can see it in your guys' film.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and Deirdre, I appreciate the kind words, and you're an incredible actress. I loved working with you. I loved working with everybody on the set. In fact, if I had it my way, I'd probably just only make movies with these people and like different roles and stuff like that, because it was fun, and it was a great time. You meet like great people too, and it's like, to speak to Deirdre's point, it's really important to have a familial bond when you're on a film set. And this movie, I think, was that, because I think in a lot of ways we had that a familial bond going into it. I had my cast picked out, I think, for, what was it, Deirdre, like 5-6 months? Something.
I think original casting was in December, and then things were moved around. And
Yeah,
I
things got
hopped
moved
in
around. Yeah.
like March.
Yeah, something like that. So, but it's still like a very long time, and
Yeah.
we really benefited from that time, because I think we were originally supposed to shoot in March of 2018, and then it had to get pushed back to June, and we had a good cast. Excuse me, we had a great cast, we had a great crew, we had a great everybody on the set, and I think that it's very important, again, to have that familial bond with everybody, and that's why I think the movie got done in the time it got done in as good as it got done.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. And then pushing it back, you guys got to shoot in better weather, right? Shooting in June as opposed to March. So that's a plus too.
Nice.
I couldn't imagine shooting in a Pennsylvania winter.
It was a little rocky for me with the makeup on, because I sweat naturally. It could be a degree above what they say it is. I'm profusely sweating. So the touching up the clown makeup, and then when we washed the clown makeup off me, the blue triangles, they left chemical
Stain.
burns on me. So when I was at the gas station, people were like, did this guy get branded in the face? What the hell's going on with him? They're looking at me like I'm like a psychopath. I'm like, they're like, lost a bet. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Connor, man, you're a trooper, man. Because Connor's allergic to everything, and I could speak to that. I'm his brother.
Not deathly allergic. I'm just like either
just
chemical
agitation.
burn,
minor. Yeah,
agitated.
But to speak to Connor's ability, he that stuff actually hurt him. Like it does irritate you.
It felt like sunburn.
Yeah, and sunburn sucks. Who the hell keeps on? Who wants to
What
hit
person
himself?
goes out there and goes, yeah, you know what? I want sunburn today.
Yeah, really. Well, if you're Irish like us, I mean, maybe.
No.
But I gotta say, Connor really, he was a trooper, man. He had that makeup on. That makeup's a pain in the ass. I was watching that during while we were shooting it and just seeing how.
Shout out to Jade, who killed that clown makeup.
Jade did a great makeup artist.
Yeah.
Our makeup artist was awesome.
Jade is amazing.
I want to like hit up everybody. Like I want to like blow up everybody. Like the whole cast and crew: Rachel Donahue, Jack Buckley, Linnea Gregg, Mickey Roberts, Blake Margot. Who am I missing? Obviously Deirdre and Connor, but you guys are here. Brendan Donegan, who's a very gifted comedian. He's one of my
he's great
friends. You know, just everybody, and then the crew too: Alyssa, Jade, Chloe Carroll, who actually just had her movie, The Honeymoon Phase.
Honeymoon Phase.
That was awesome. You know, just everybody who worked on this movie. Everybody who worked on this movie is just,
And
to
it looks,
me, in my eyes, they're the best.
it looks like some of your cast is also in the chat right now, kind of giving shout outs and stuff.
What's up, guys?
It looks like Linnea Gregg. Is that what that was one of the names we said? And someone shouted out Brendan Donegan in all caps. And,
Donegan.
Could it have been Brendan Donegan himself?
He is there too. I can now see him. Yeah. So yeah, that's awesome.
What's up, guys?
So Connor, are you gonna, like, after doing this? You said this is like your first. You've done one other thing. Like, you want to keep acting? Is it, you like
Absolutely,
doing it?
Yeah. Yeah, I really like it.
That's awesome.
It's yeah. I mean, if I have the pleasure of doing it again, I will absolutely do it.
Very cool. And what about you, Sean? Are there any plans for, you working on anything else right now, or?
I've got too many things I'm working on, to be completely honest with you, as with any aspiring filmmaker.
Right.
But one in particular that I'm trying to get off the ground is a little script that I got done called "Pray for Us." So and that's PREY for
Nice.
us. So I'm looking to try and get some stuff with that going, and and see where that takes me.
Is that another horror film? Sounds like, with the Prey.
It's something different. It's
Okay.
something different.
Mixture of things from what I've read.
Yeah, it's a mixed bag of things.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like those types of films. I like going into a movie where it's one thing and then it kind of turns into something else.
Yeah, me too.
And that's kind of like with The Night They Knocked. It's very talky drama, and then like 40 minutes into it, like crazy shit happens. I'm so sorry.
You're
to my
good, man.
audience.
Way to go, Sean. You're my hero.
Yeah,
my bad, guys.
YouTube doesn't really mind the S word. It's the other word.
The other one. Yeah, I won't. Well, I won't say that one.
Yeah.
Wait,
we'll do
which one?
Yeah, no.
I think, Connor, you know exactly which one.
I could think of several, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna be good. I promise.
Yeah. So, I think I actually forgot the question where we got so wrapped up.
We were
with
just talking
YouTube
about your
rules.
next project, if you
Yeah,
had some stuff lined up.
Yeah, I got some things that I'm trying to work on right now, but it's just we'll see. You just got to see where it goes. That's the art of filmmaking, man. You just see where it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, how about you, Deidre? Are you working on anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I always have a few things, going on. So it's a hustle, but
Cool.
it's a hustle that I love, and full steam ahead.
Yeah, that's awesome. And just to kind of go back to this audience here to just chat with you guys. For those of you that just tuned in or aren't fully aware of what we're doing, in 17 minutes, these fantastic people's feature film, The Night They Knocked, will be premiering here on Kings of Horror live. Some of you, most of you, and some other cast probably will be joining in the live chat. So questions you want to ask, anything you want, they'll be around hanging in there. But it's a fun thing to do. We were very blessed to get the premiere of their film on our channel. It's exclusive to our channel for 6 weeks, so watch it here. It's a great movie. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you so
absolutely,
much.
man. Yeah, really, congratulations to y'all. I mean, making a film on any level is a feat that is, unless you've done it, you don't know how hard it truly is. But on an indie level is just a whole different thing. Like it takes a lot of hard passion and determination, and you guys knocked it out of the park. So
Every day on set, I was like, "Is today the day Sean has a mental breakdown? Who knows? Tune in, find out." Huh?
yeah,
Exactly. It just got me a couple steps closer to it, I think, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade it for the world.
yeah, that's awesome. Is there anything else that any of you guys would like to kind of share with the audience or anything before we kind of sign off and get ready to jump in the chat and get our popcorn ready and everything else?
Other than I pray that you guys like this movie, and I really appreciate everybody who took the time out to watch this and taking time out to watch the film. I really do appreciate it, and I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Seriously.
Thank you, man.
I would like to say cheers to everybody watching it. I have my water right here to keep hydrated.
I like that water.
Yeah, it's delicious.
This-
But what is it? I was 42 pounds heavier when we filmed this movie, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna exercise. So yeah, so feel free to roast me or whatever you want watching the movie, guys. Just have fun, watch it, and I hope you guys really appreciate it.
And Deirdre, anything you'd like to say?
Honestly, just thank you. Thank you for having us. You know, thank you to the cast and crew for all the hard work that was put into this. Like, it's such a blessing to finally be here. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm very eager to read the chat. So thank you again.
Yeah, the chat's a ton of fun. Thank you guys so much for joining us and having this conversation, sharing your
Thank you
experiences.
so much for having us on, man.
Oh, it's our pleasure, man. We're really excited
Appreciate
and
it.
proud to have your film on our channel. So, everyone, go get ready. I put the link in the chat window for those of you watching, the link to the film. Make sure you click on that link and set a reminder for 10 minutes from now. We will all be in there hanging out, watching this awesome movie. So,
Cool.
Thank you guys very much, and we are out. Have a good night, guys.
Have a good
Have a
one,
good
guys.
night.
Take care.